is the co-founder and CEO, Anda.
What's going on?
Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Great to see you.
Hey guys, I'm good. Good to see you too, Jordy. Good to meet you, John.
Good to meet you.
It's an honor to have you on the show on a big day.
Take us through the news. But first, introduce yourself for everyone. Introduce the company a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. Hey guys, my name is Anda. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Notch. Notch has been the leading digital intelligence and optimization platform for Fortune 500 brands for the past 6 years or so. And our news today, coming live to you from the Guggenheim, actually.
The Guggenheim.
Where we've taken over the Guggenheim for the day, is that we just announced ACE, which is infrastructure that makes websites convert both humans and agents.
Okay. So what was the first big client that you brought on board, the first big logo? What did you actually try and move the needle for them? How much of that is focused on e-commerce conversion versus brand building, broadly marketing? Like, where's the surface area of the impact of the product?
So when we started going to market, we actually moved from Silicon Valley to New York with my co-founder. And some of our first clients were the biggest banks. They still are. If you can think of the biggest bank in the world, they're our client. Our surface area of impact, look, we track our audience's journey through digital experiences, and we help brands understand what's resonating with these audiences, what's not, and how they can ultimately gain more customers by making better content and better digital experiences.
With ACE, this feels like a product that people have realized that they need really acutely over the last year. We had Matthew Prince on, I believe it was maybe the middle of last week, and he had recently shared that there's more web traffic from agents now than humans. That flip came even faster than he was expecting, and so now there's a bunch of Fortune 500s that you guys are working with that are kind of waking up to this, realizing that they need a solution. But I guess talk about kind of the origin of the new product.
What we saw across the biggest websites in the world, which we measure with Notch, what we saw was the same thing. There were more agents starting to come to websites than humans. And about a year ago, every single CMO became obsessed with GEO or AEO, which is how do I make my website readable to agents? But ultimately, LLMs cannot be gamified. And the tricks of GEO, which is publish another 100 blog posts and 10 other product FAQ pages and whatever, it ended up really destroying the human experience. So in the last 6 months, we've actually seen crazy high immediate bounce rates, like human beings that actually arrive to websites and are getting a horrible experience because they're presented with this agent-ready, agent-first content. So ACE, the origin story, was really, how do we build a system that can personalize for each of these audiences without taking away from the experience of the other?
And that's making the agent side invisible to humans and vice versa? Like, how does it actually work?
Yeah, so let me tell you how it works. So ACE is, first of all, we have to ingest all of a brand's knowledge from, currently it's sitting in silos. The website is just one area where that knowledge exists. So we ingest that knowledge alongside brand guidelines, governance, et cetera. That knowledge gets vectorized and atomized, and then it gets semantically tagged. This step is really important because what you want is to enable both the humans and the agents to retrieve this information through natural language. Then we start to reassemble the information based on implicit inputs. Like these are kind of the data signals that we've been capturing through Notch for the past 6 years. And that reassembly enables for a really personalized human experience as well as a personalized agent experience. So for example, I'm a mom. I've been looking for an electric car that doesn't look like a mom van. And I've been doing my research in LLMs and I know nothing about cars, unlike my husband. And so I type in electric car that doesn't look like mom van and it's telling me to go to, gm.com, rivian.com, et cetera. When I get to that website, which I will still go on because I want to validate the information, I want to see like, is this brand the brand that represents me? What I get is really static, really generic, essentially a dumb website that doesn't actually speak to me. And so it's a very jarring difference. And LLMs have really conditioned us to expect conversational experiences and the ability to really command these experiences through semantic intent. So what we've built with ACE is the ability to give GM the capacity to allow people to just copy paste their research from an LLM, put it on the site, or just simply say, I'm here to, find an electric car that doesn't look like a mom van. And then the site reassembles with dynamic atoms in response to what you just said. So the whole website comes to the homepage. There's no more pages. It's really just dynamic reassembly based on your semantic input. When an agent shows up, the same thing happens. It's the same knowledge base. It's just visualized differently. It's a different modality. It's really just code.
Very cool. Yeah, there's so many people talking about like generative software that's created on the fly, but forgetting that like websites in their current form mostly have just been like effectively digital catalogs that are kind of, you know, there's just one version of it. But that's very cool. I wonder, in some ways I've like stopped going to a lot of websites because I know it's easier to get the information that I really want. But the thing is, like, then the brand is losing like full control over how they're being displayed. Maybe they want to be showing like images at different points that, and obviously the chat app or whatever a consumer's using is, you know, they don't have any control over kind of that whole surface area, which is rough.
Yeah, they really don't. I think the website as we know it to date is definitely dead. I think we have to replace the word too. Like I'm starting to play with knowledge site because I think what really matters in tomorrow's world, whether or not humans still come to your experience, right? What matters is that you have that knowledge in a knowledge base that can speak to agents. Right now, what brands are doing is they're just cramming a bunch of crappy content into the same website. And it's not personalized for humans and it's not personalized for agents. And so the experience, of course, is going to turn people off and people are going to stop going to websites. So we got to enter a new era where websites are dead and long live the knowledge site.
What's the long-term, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, my immediate thought is like you want like the source of truth and then you want to be able to effectively just prompt the, and be able to get the information that only matters to you. But what were you going to say, John?
100%.
I was going to ask about just the obviously you've seen a ton of success in the enterprise. Are you thinking about going down market? How do you think about that? What are the decisions that would lead you to work with smaller companies, or is there just so much value and such a unique problem in the enterprise that that's where the company will be firmly placed for the long term?
We're going to go everywhere, John. We have big ambitions. I think this product that we built can serve everyone. And actually, if you go to our website, it's running on ACE now. And we've built it in the past 48 hours because, you know, we're a startup, so we leave things last minute. But if you go to our website and start prompting it, I'm sure, like I just said this, and so many people are going to go try to break it. So, you know, knock yourself out and send us feedback if you manage. But yeah, I believe that any company needs to have a knowledge base that's accessible by agents that they can control and maintain in a really structured, governed way. I also believe humans are not going away. Like every time there's been a new tech trend, whether it's social media or something else, we've always been like, guys, this is it. All we need is a Facebook page. I don't believe in zero-click marketing. I believe humans like choice. I believe especially for high intent purchases, we really like to do our research. And so I believe websites are going to be around because, you know, it's kind of a yes and situation with marketing. It's always LLMs are just another channel really to optimize for.
Yeah, I just went to notch.com, as you said, and tried it. And very cool to have the bar on the bottom. You can just and then they basically just creates a section that's just like effectively generating whatever information you want, which is like John's talked about this before, like Ramp, you know, who we work with, like it's nice to have access to language models within the application, right? You don't, sometimes you want to take it, you know, back to your preferred agent, but having intelligence where you are already makes a lot of sense. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is like, you know, hopefully you guys capture as much value as possible with this like new paradigm, but I'm sure a lot of other people will happily follow suit.
Yeah.
Well, Dirty, I think there's actually a great use case for TBPN as well. So if you guys want to be customers, I'm all ears. I mean, you guys create so much great content and you're truncating it in a really great way, making it accessible in a way that enables you guys to, you know, just give people the information they really came there for would be cool too. So let's talk.
All the transcripts.
Let's do it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
So great to finally have you on the show.
K. Go check it out and get the demo today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate you having me on. Bye.
Have a great rest of your day.